Been about time that we're going away. Been about time, it's a whole nother day. Put the heat on to the Tetons with the neon you can lean on. Never get beat on, hey. But you don't even listen, huh? But you're not even wishing, huh? You just keep on fishing, huh? Wonder where we go, we don't even know, huh? You hit me like a megaton. You hit me like a megaton. You hit me like a megaton. Watch it on the Jumbotron. Hit me like a megaton. Watch it on the Jumbotron. Hit me like a megaton. Dreams, 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 dreams. On fire, fire. Dreams, 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 dreams. On fire, fire. Yeah, living life with never fearing of it. Take a bite and chew it cause you love it. I've been inside a rapid rising oven. Now I'm hotter than a proper English muffin. You're never gonna get that change, never gonna get that cane, never gonna get that brain. Always gonna be that hang, man, hang, man, hang. And you just need to listen. You hit me like a megaton. You hit me like a megaton. You hit me like a megaton. Watch it on the Jumbotron. Hit me like a megaton. Watch it on the Jumbotron. Hit me like a megaton. Dreams, 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 dreams. On fire, fire. Dreams, 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 dreams. On fire, fire.
You don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. You don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. You don't have to panic. I provide you with the game. I so hope you take advantage. You get dirty, people greasy like they working as mechanics. When you coming from the bottom, you get perfect. perfect understanding. I go green. Always working with the planet. I mean everything green, like I'm working with a lantern. Hello Kermit, hello Percy. Oh, the hookers causing damage, going crazy while you busting through the wall of propaganda. You got it, and I illustrate, cause they blur the lines between real and fake. See, everything's fine, it's fine till you in the way. See, then you can huff and puff until you hyperventilate. Oh, how I'm fighting, punching, clawing, kicking, scratching for the cause. Feel the pressure, cause I gotta make it happen for us all. I know they think it's over, cause my back against the wall. But I love it, and I feel that's when I actually evolve. And I say, you don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. You don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. How you been? Everywhere, then I'm back in a flash. I built the time machine to hit them with the blast from the past. Yeah. I'm stepping fresh about my landing bar. I roam the universe with stars as my camouflage energy mass. Precious metals, liquids, and gas. Multi-cell organisms bearing symbols and flags. Searching for truth. That's when I found it deep within me. Gotta stay away from chemtrails and keep it eco-friendly. Sure as my garden grows, avoiding GMOs. Seeking solutions for problems, just let the people know. Stop piling rocket ships equipped with many elements. Be advised, all civilized cities and settlements. Operation Get It in Gear is finally here. Evil doers disappear when I'm near, like steer clear. It's a new dawn, new day, new everything. Broadcasting live from the eye of a hurricane. You don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. You don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. You don't have to panic. We are merely here to save the planet. We won't be complacent in this damage. This is vital information, take advantage. You don't have to panic. We gon' save the planet. There will be no damage. Come on, take advantage.
Yeah. Y'all love to do everything but the work. Never learn, stop counting pockets. Success is defined by what you do when no one's watching. Too consumed with ownership for any other topic. If addiction is genetic, you can say I got it honest and it's getting the best of me. The wall's closing in, but I'm too numb to let my pride go. Lord, take the wheel, here we drive slow. 2 miles an hour, get money in different time zones. Dodge the potholes, they pitching underhand. Look like we cooked the numbers down. Make them tuck they summer in. Might never punt again. 4th and long, Hail Mary. Y'all know who I'm betting on. Better see the vision now. Damn, why'd it take so long? Couldn't be led astray. Savages that meditate. Love me, look me in my face. Stunting they can't simulate. Gelato through the sunroof while we switching lanes. Bugs going down the streets and never be the same. No.
The only thing is going up into the heavens. It's like they're puppeteering you, but they're also protecting you and they're guiding you. You can feel it too, but it's like, nah, you protect it.
The good die young. Don't wanna be misdiagnosed like Kush my lungs. Who knew the last time be the last time singing knows I love. From hoop dreams to a triple beam, goals got hung, no, and not out to dry. Rebel music, we won't never comply. My brother got shit to heaven, he just wanted to fly. Enough tears of water, these flowers, I didn't know I could cry. Swimming upstream in this bottle, no lie. And it cost me a lot, up to my neck I'm in debt. But I'ma shine in your honor, that's how I pay my respect. That's it, that's it, that's it. That's it, cut it off. Cut it off.
In a dream right now. I feel the heat right now. Yeah, I'm fit to scream right now. I ain't ever been inside a place like this right now. It's like I'm inside out. Yeah, I feel my eyes bulge out. I hear the monsters shout, and I like it 'cause I finally get to be myself.
Welcome to Never Never Land. Welcome to Never Never Land.
It's like a gravitational push on the grind for the kush. Like a fire in the bush. I burn 10 feet tall to the sky and I'm ready to cook. I'm on a mission for the greatest. I write bars with the cadence. This pen is like a claw and I can't stop it from tearing the pages. This is one for the ages. Pan was a sadist, but his crime never betrayed us. And now I'm levitating like I'm weightless. And all the lost boys are currently hating, debating whether or not I can be stopped to be tamed and put in cages. But I'm gonna drag them all down like Satan.
Welcome to Never Never Land. 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 Open skies, open mind. Open skies and open mind, y'all. Leave it all behind. Open skies and open mind, y'all.
Stay down below in your negative high rise. Find the answer behind your own eyes. Whoop, 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 it's all a surprise. Back it up sideways, it's time to revise. Open skies, open mind. Remember, open skies and open mind. Always look to the future, leave it all behind. Say welcome to Never Never Land.
Welcome to Never Never Land.
There's no getting out.
Welcome to Never Never Land.
They never let you leave. Make your decision. There's no looking back. Be myself. Be myself.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody who's viewing me on TikTok. Welcome everybody who's viewing me on TikTok. I'm now welcome y'all viewing me today, and also I welcome every last one of y'all as well who are viewing me on Facebook and YouTube and on Twitter as well. And I appreciate y'all tuning in today. This is gonna be a very interesting topic tonight. Once again, I appreciate y'all very, very, very much. I'm
I know y'all. I know. I had this show scheduled for 8 p.m. today. Was it 8? I had to no, I had to schedule for 9 today. I had to schedule 9 my time, Central Standard Time today, but I decided to do it earlier because I see that I have some other engagements that I need to attend to later on tonight. So I want to be committed to that. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because Joker saying he can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. If not, I could switch my sound over. I know y'all can hear me on TikTok, but on Facebook and YouTube, let me know if y'all can hear me. If not, I could switch my sound over real quick. Very low. Okay, Miss Meter. Hold on, give me one moment. I'm gonna switch my sound over. All right. Can y'all hear me now? I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me now for sure. Now, can y'all hear me now? Yeah, because I know there were other headsets who's kind of, it is what it is. Okay, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, once again, everybody, I appreciate you tuning in today. I appreciate everyone who are tuning in from TikTok. I appreciate y'all tuning in as well tonight too for the show, and everybody who's tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I appreciate y'all tuning in as well. Y'all see the topic tonight. We're gonna want to dive into it, but first, let me go ahead and shout out everybody who's in the room right now. We have Ms. Joy Chit Chat. Welcome, man. Welcome. And we have Moneyboy Trade, Hollywood 1000. Welcome, bro. Welcome to the show as well. Welcome. We have Miss Faith as well. Miss Faith, welcome to the show. I appreciate you watching, Miss Faith. I appreciate that as well. And we have the lovely Miss Lisa who's in the building as well. Welcome, and I appreciate you for tuning in. And guess who else we got in the building as well? We got JJ, the Joker, in the building as well. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. And thanks for letting me know that I didn't have no sound as well. And we got Miss Lakita in the building too as well. Appreciate you tuning in as well, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who's in the house and who's tuning in. And yep, and y'all JJ, I'll do that for you, okay? I'll do that. It's no problem. No problem at all. Now, once again, y'all know the title. Y'all know the title of the show tonight. Y'all know the title of the show tonight, all right? The title of the show tonight is The Problem That Men Have with Modern Day Women. The problem that men have with modern day women. This is another one of those topics that was brought to my attention that one of my friends want to talk about. They want me to talk about on this on my podcast. So I want to go ahead and just talk about it. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with talking about it, right? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the problems that men have with modern day women. All right. Now, let me throw this disclaimer out to y'all right now. Now, if you do not fit into this category, then I'm not talking about you, all right? Once again, if you do not fit into this category, I'm not talking about you, okay? If it doesn't apply, let it fly, all right? If it doesn't apply, just let it fly. If it's not about you, just look over it. Matter of fact, just agree with me. Humor me, okay? So let's talk about it right now, all right? The problem that men have with modern day women. Now, there are a lot of men who are tuning in right now. Men, put into the chat right now. What is the number one issue that you have with modern day women right now? Number one. Let's start it now. I promise y'all, fellas, this is a safe space. I promise y'all, this is a safe space. You can feel free to express yourself. I promise that the women is not going to do nothing to you. Because you in the house of the urban. So go ahead and drop in the chat. What is the number one problem that men have with modern day women? Number one problem before I give you mine. Or I share with you what an average of every young man says the problem with modern day women. Go ahead, put it in the chat, and I will display it on the screen, and we're going to go from there, okay? We're going to go from there. JJ said he just got out the doghouse, man. Hey, JJ, I promise you, bro, this is a safe space. You're going to be okay. If anything were to happen to you, just refer back to Dr. T, all right? Dr. T will take the blame for this, okay? I'll take it on. So just refer back to me and I'll not take it on, all right? That way you won't be in the doghouse. That way you will not be in the doghouse because I can handle it. So yeah. What is the number one reason that men have problem with modern day women? JJ said that's what the last doctor said. Oh man. But yeah, I'm not the last doctor, bro. I'm not the last one. I sure am, and I'm waiting on you, money boy. I'm waiting on you to drop that number one reason. Or are you afraid of being in the doghouse as well, bro? Come on, represent Memphis. And tell me. Represent Memphis and tell me, bro. JJ said this basic understanding of what's important. That's interesting. That is very interesting. A matter of fact, I had said something very similar to that when we was on Moneyboy show, the last show he did today. I had said something similar to that show that he did earlier today. I'm not setting y'all up, bro. I'm not setting y'all up for failure. Believe me, it's a method to the madness. Believe me. I'm not setting y'all up. I'm not setting y'all up. And Moneyboy, he say he don't got no doghouse at all. Period. Now notice I add an emphasis to that. He said, "Sir, I got no doghouse. Period." JJ talking about he build the dog houses. Wow. And Moneyboy, he talking about all that's coming out on the show later on tonight. And just like I say, this is the reason why I decided to schedule my show earlier, because I do want to come on to that show as well, because I believe that's going to be a very interesting topic that you're going to have tonight, Moneyboy. So that's why I did mine earlier. Now, I'm going to go on and share with y'all the number one thing, or the number one thing that men have problem with the modern day women. The number one thing that men have with modern day women is that They feel that modern day women do not listen for understanding. Once again, they feel that modern day women do not listen for understanding. They just immediately react with their feelings and their emotions. Blah, 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 blah. That's the number one thing that different people have told me. That they do not listen for understanding. They just listen to react. Like case in point, you could be having a discussion about what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat tonight, dear? A simple conversation. Instead of the woman listening for understanding, they immediately reacting. They're immediately reacting to that. And then it leaves your man in a state of confusion and frustration. Because all he asked was, what do you want to eat tonight? That's all he asked. Y'all can relate to this, right? Well, when a woman asks, when we ask a woman, dear, what do you want to eat tonight? What is their number one answer that they say? What's their number one answer they say? They say, I don't know. You decide. Then, when you decide, you'll say, you know what? We're going to get some catfish tonight. I don't want no catfish. But you just told me to decide on what to eat. But I don't want no catfish. But you told me to decide on what to eat, and I decided on catfish. Well, I'm not eating catfish. Okay. Back to the original question. What do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so undecisive right now. I don't know. Here's this part right here too, and I know y'all can relate to this as well too. Here's this part right here. The funny part is when the woman end up getting frustrated at you because you asking the question, they get frustrated at you. Well, you just do it. You just figure that out. You figure out whatever it is you want to eat, other than catfish, because I don't want no catfish. Okay, fine. Let's go to McDonald's and get a 4 for $4. A 4 for $4? Who you think I am? Cheap? You must think I'm one of them other women you used to date. How did it get from that? From me asking you what you want to eat to that? Fellas, can y'all relate to that? And by the way, this is not my scenario. This is not something that actually happened to me. This is something that this is something that happened to one of my homeboys. And they was telling me about it. That's why I'm sharing y'all this story. He wanted me to share this story with y'all. But fellas, can y'all relate to that? Oh man. Miss Aunt Jessica, welcome. She's all ears tonight, y'all. Welcome. Mad, what's up, bro? And Mad, he said this: they talk too much and never shut up. Run DMC. Oh man. See, Mad, he don't care. He gonna tell you how it is. Mad gonna tell you how it is. Then Miss Lakita, she says that she said ineffective communication skill, which that goes along with the scenario that I'm talking about right now, which that is true. See, she's a woman and she's admitted to this. Ineffective communication skills. She admits to this and she's a woman. And Joker talking about did make the decision for you. Yeah, then don't want it. True. Then I'm mad talking about JJ. We can't help you win the lifestyle. Bro, JJ, you got my number, bro. You got the hotline, bro. I got you. Don't worry about it. You're not going to be in the doghouse tonight, bro. I got you, bro. I got you. And Miss Jessica, she says this. She said, I have not had a man. I have not had a man. I had conversed with yet to say I don't listen. But I mean, I guess we got to keep going over what other women do. So let me listen again. That's what she said. Then JJ, he talking about, yep, then comes the gray and silver hair. Yep, you're right about that. Oh, man, y'all crazy, bro. Y'all crazy tonight, bro. Oh, man. But yeah, that's one of the number one reason is the lack of communication skills that modern day women have. That's the number one thing that modern day men complain about. That's the number one thing. The number one thing. It's the lack of communication when, especially when a man is trying to express his feelings to you. And matter of fact, let me share this with y'all ladies too. That's to put you on game on men and their feelings and their emotions. Whenever you have a good man and he take the time out to sit down and express his feelings and emotions about a certain situation that he's going through or something that he's thinking about, listen carefully when I say this. All he's looking for is for you to be a great listener. He's not looking for you to give any type of perspective, any other type of thing in the conversation. He ain't looking for that. All he wants you to do is sit down and listen to him, and that's it. Or in other words, all he doing is just venting to you. Whatever he's going through, it could be something he went through during the day. All he doing is sitting down and he just wants you to listen. Ladies, this is the same exact way when you say for example, you had a hard day at work, right, ladies? And all you want to do is sit down and tell your man about what happened at work. That be, ooh, I get tired of her. And all you want your man to do is sit down and listen to you. And while you vent and get all that out, while throwing, little subtle words to know that we listening to you and we agree with what's going on with you without saying anything negative. It's the same thing with us, same concept. So like, say for example, you dealing with this lady at work just causing all kind of hell at work, and you telling your man about that, and all he doing is like, oh, for real? He just doing them sort of keywords, for real? Yeah, that's what's up, man. That B ain't what it is, huh? That's all she's looking for. That's all she's looking for you to do. But she's not looking for you to give your honest opinion about it, because like sometimes in the back of the man's mind, he be like, man, this girl here tell me about this other girl every single day. Like, why? I don't feel like hearing this. That's in the back of his mind. I don't feel like hearing this. But however, I'm gonna be your supportive man, and I'm just gonna nod and for real, man. That's what's up. So what you gonna do? Okay, bet. There's sometimes y'all be hold up. All right. Sometimes y'all be wanting a man to communicate back to you. Why you just keep on saying and all this stuff, girl? Because I know that's what you want to hear. You don't want to really hear my honest opinion about it. So I'm just saying, yeah, it's not that I don't care. I do care, but I know that you're in your space right now. Likewise, that's the same exact reason. That's the same exact reason why men want women to do the same exact thing. And all he wants you to do is sit down and listen to him. He don't need you to be his therapist or his counselor or anything like that. He just wants you to sit down and listen to him. And listen to him just talk. That's it. Even if what he's saying is completely absurd, even what he's saying, you don't even agree with it at all. That's what he's looking for. That's it. But this is one of the main reasons why men have problem with modern day women, because the modern day woman doesn't communicate in that manner. They don't communicate effective like that neither. A matter of fact, another concern that men have for modern day women is that modern day women become so super independent, so empowered, where instead of treating their man like their partner or their equal, however way y'all see it, y'all treat the men like they're your child. This is what they're telling me. The modern day women treat their men like they their child. Instead of allowing him to be a man, instead of allowing him to be who he is, just like he's allowing you to be who you are, you're treating him like your child. Then to top it off, then on the top it off, don't let it be an issue dealing with anything that was like certain finances or certain accolades or anything like that. There are many modern day women that literally throw out their accolades and stuff as well. They'll throw out their accolades, say, well, I have this, I have that. What do you have? I done went to school. I done got a bachelor's degree. I done got a master's degree. I done got all these different things. What do you have? Oh, that's a 9-to-5 job? Psst, child. Then talk down on that dude. Then literally talk down on that dude. Now, I only mentioned the two things. It's a lot more that these dudes been sharing with me. All right. But just these two things right here, they tell me that this is the reason why they don't want to marry a modern day woman. Because when you group it all into one single package, all it is that the man just asking to be respected. That's all it is. But just like I say, the modern day woman, they be too empowered, they be too strong, where they be so much in their emotions instead of seeing the reality of the errors of their ways. Thus, instead of treating that dude like he's your equal, you treat him less than, because you feel like you're greater than, because due to your certain accolades or wherever your upbringing may have been, or however the situation may be. And once again, just like I said in the beginning of the show, if this is not you, then I'm not talking about you. If you don't resemble these certain things that these men are talking about, then I'm not talking about you at all. Just let it fly, because I'm not talking about you. But I am talking about the modern day women that they're talking about. Thus, this is the reason why it prevents a man from marrying these type of women. Let me ask y'all a question too. And have y'all ever been in a relationship where it requires way too much work than it need to be? I'm not talking about the simple work of a relationship where you're just doing simple things, in a relationship to keep it going, for the respect part and all the stuff I'm doing, the unconditional love part, doing all them things. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the extra unnecessary work that you have to put into the relationship that's unnecessary. Like say for example, you dealing with a modern day woman, and she is extremely insecure. In fact, put you on this type of pedestal that you have to fulfill all these different requirements in order to satisfy her or to please her. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this because you resemble a person that she used to date prior or used to talk to prior. So you got to put in all this work. You got to put in all this additional work over and over again. And it's already bad enough that men go out and they already have to go out and face the world. Especially when the world is already against them. Have to go out and face the world. Then all of a sudden they have to come into their household or come into the relationship or whatever and have to deal with facing a relationship instead of enjoying a relationship. So modern day women, do that sound fair? Does that sound fair that a man have to do that, have to go out and be a provider, do everything possible to be a man, to be some type of beacon of light into society, and then to come into his own household and he can't even get a steak dinner? And all he get is an argument all the time? And he's trying to do all this hard work trying to impress you when he shouldn't have to do all that? Y'all let me know. But then again, just like I say, these are some of the problems that men have with modern day women. And once again, I'm going to put in this disclaimer. If this not you, then I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you at all. Now, what's some of the issues that men deal with modern day women? I got one for y'all fellas, and this is a real good one, all right? I promise you this is a good one, fellas. Another reason why men have problem with modern day women is because they feel like the modern day women is there to take advantage of the man's current assets that he have, which the assets include financial assets. It can include spiritual assets. It can include mental assets. I pause for a reason. A lot of men right now, they express to me that the reason why they don't want to be married because they're afraid of getting divorced and the woman's going to take everything that they work hard to earn. This is what they expressed to me. That they're afraid to be married in this modern day because they're afraid of being divorced. Now just imagine this, all right? Just imagine this, ladies, okay? Imagine that you meet a man, right? He had worked hard to gain everything. He got his own house, he got his own car. If he's one of them type of men who already have a child for whatever reason, it probably due to a prior divorce or just a child out of wedlock. It happens. But yet and still, he's taking care of his responsibility. Got a house and car. He's financially stable. Got all these things that he built on his own through his hard work that he built on his own. And he's bringing all these different things to you. He's mentally stable. He's spiritually sound. He got all these things that a woman is looking for. All these qualities that a woman is looking for. He's there. Then that woman end up meeting up with this man, knowing good and well that this modern day woman is not even fit or qualified to be with this man. But yet still, she go ahead and be with this man, and then a man, to be honest with y'all, a man do treat, in a sense, a man do treat a relationship like a business. Fellas, am I wrong about this? A man do treat a relationship like a business. Where when a man actually is going to a committed relationship and they all in, they treat it like a business. They treat it They treat it as though as they are doing a business deal or a business merger with the woman. In other words, they're taking a risk or taking a chance with the woman. They're taking a risk or they're taking a chance with this woman, putting everything on the table, putting everything that he done built on the table. And say, hey, I'm just going to chance it, and I'm just going to see where this goes. And then he do it. He be fully in, fully committed, get into the relationship, sees how it going. Then he end up investing into it even more, fully investing into it, which the full investment that a man do in a relationship is when he married that woman. He married a woman. Then everything's pretty still cool and stuff. Then, lo and behold, a year later, the whole thing then flipped. Where now the woman behavior didn't change. She's not doing the things that she used to do. Now this man working on extra hard to try to please the woman, literally becoming a modern day simp over the woman because he's doing so hard to try to please her and stuff, right? Because he's trying to figure like, dang, was it something I did? And ladies, y'all know good and well that y'all do this too, where y'all know being manipulative. And I'm talking about the modern day woman too. Y'all know good and well that y'all do this, where y'all be manipulative of y'all men. Matter of fact, it was one person that I know. She said that every woman is a master manipulator, and I'm starting to believe that that's true. That a woman is a master manipulator. I'm honestly starting to believe that that's actually true. So yeah, absolutely. She ended up switching, flipping the script, ended up changing and doing all these different things, right? And so now the man is trying to figure out like, dang, what is going on? And so it gets to the point where the man just get frustrated. He just get frustrated with the fact, like, man, look, I don't know what to do. This girl tripping, and guess what? Next thing you know, this dude walk in. One day later, he walk into his household. One day later, and next thing you know, guess what's waiting on him? Some divorce papers. Some divorce papers. And the man's still trying to figure out. So now, especially if a man is a traditional man, a lot of men who are traditional, they believe in, religious values and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Religious values include, if he's Christian, he believes in Christian values, or if he's part of the Islamic faith, he believes in, any of them type of values and stuff, right? So in his mind, he don't believe in being divorced. He don't believe that doesn't equate to him. Because another reason why men don't believe in divorce is because it feels like it's a failure on his part, and it feels like that he quit. Thus, that messes with his ego. There are no man on this planet do not like to use the word quit unless it's absolutely necessary, unless it's the very last resort. Fellas, am I right about this? We do not like to use the word quit unless it's the very, very last resort. And it's hard for us to even say that even when it's the very last resort. We don't, because of our ego, because of our pride. Thus, this is the reason why you see in the numbers for this country, in the number, that's why you see that it's more women who file for divorce than men, because men do not quit. What's interesting about that is that modern day women, if you understand and you know that the numbers of the divorce rate numbers is at 90%, that should tell you something about men. That should tell you straight up that we don't want to quit the relationship, that we want to be in a relationship, that we are literally all into the relationship. Now I know some of the ladies again, right? I know some of y'all gonna end up flipping it, and y'all gonna end up saying, well, what about the men who be sitting up here cheating in a relationship? What about them? They be cheating in a relationship. They done did all this and all that. I'm not talking about them. This conversation is not about them. I know that they're out there, and I know that they exist. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the average man who's about his business, who don't have time to be going out there and cheating on women and doing all this other extra stuff because he know that takes work, and he's about his business. He's about the kingdom business. So he don't have time for all the extra drama. He already dealing with one woman and one woman only. So he don't have time to deal with another woman because that's extra work. That's the man that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about them dudes who's, wherever they mind is at. I'm not talking about them. That's another podcast for another conversation. But I'm talking about the ones who are literally there. The ones who are literally there, who's putting in the work, who's fully investing into the relationship, who's fully committed. These are the ones who I'm talking about, ladies. So yeah, that should make y'all think about that. That should make y'all think that, dang, 90% of women are the one who's filing for divorce. Why is it not men? Even though we have this narrative, there's a stigmatism of saying, just like I said earlier, that men, they going out and cheat, they doing this and they doing that, they treating their ladies wrong, they being abusive and all right there, all these different things. But why is the number is 90% of women who file for divorce than a man? And I'm telling you why, because the average man, the actual average man who's not like that, they're in it and they're investing into the relationship, and they don't want to quit because of religious reasons and because of their pride and ego. That's the reason why. They don't want to quit, but the one modern day woman, they'll quit. And I'm gonna share this with all y'all. Want to know the reason why the modern day women will quit and file a divorce and stuff? Want me to let y'all know the reason why? I'm going to let y'all know the reason why. The reason why is because they got options. Because they got options. Now let's look at in the past. When we was dealing with the patriarchy system in the past. In the past, women didn't have options. If they were to try to exit out of their relationship, they didn't have nothing. Period. In the past. If they try to exit out, zero. Nothing. Don't even ask about it because you ain't getting nothing. What you came in is how the way you're going to leave out. That's how it was in the past. But however, throughout centuries and stuff, right? Throughout centuries, throughout women who start fighting for their rights, throughout the feminist movement. And if y'all not familiar with, the feminine movement and all the stuff there, I actually did I think a 3-part series about this. So go on to my official Urban Therapist page on my YouTube channel. I did a 3-part series talking about the feminist movement. But however, through the feminist movement, it gave women the opportunity to have options. It empowered women. There were laws that was put into place where now the woman have options now. Like if she were to walk out of the relationship, she gonna get more than what she gained, depending on what state she in. So now it's more of a greater deal for the woman to want to be married. And this is another thing too. There are many, especially many modern day women who want to be married because now they know that they got options. Like, sure, I could be married. I could be married for like a year or two, however way I want to do it. Be married for about a year or two. Then, shoot, if I just get tired of dude, all I gotta do is divorce him, man. Divorce him and get the bag on him. Certain states have either spousal support or alimony. Some modern day women will purposely be in a marriage just so they can have children, get knocked up. So when they do finally decide to exit and leave, they could put that dude on child support. So y'all can kind of see where word is going, right? Y'all can kind of see where word is going. So now, since women have these certain options and stuff, right? Now it puts men into a certain place or a certain space where now they're like, I don't know, now the risk then became extremely high. Now the risk was like our right here average, where I could risk it and it'd be great as long as I'm with a great woman, then it's fine. But now the risk is like high, like way high. Like to the man, it's like going into the stock market, right, and investing into what's the lowest thing that you could possibly invest into the stock market? What's the most lowest and craziest thing that ain't gonna get no return in the stock market? I don't know, water or something. I don't know. Well, wherever you could think of, that's the lowest thing that you could possibly invest into the stock market, and you could instantly lose your money into it. That's more where the man mind is at now. Like, now the risk is too high. Here I am. I'm an average man, or don't let the dude be beyond average, either beyond average or a high earner man. Don't let him be that. As y'all see through these other situations, like I did a podcast about Brittany Renner and what she did to what's his name, that basketball player. Talked about that. Then some of y'all say, well, that's their dude's fault. Well, but once again, this is the risk that's happening now. And ladies, this is the reason why now men are not as quick to want to be married. Men are now, they're not in the line like this, like, I'm next, I'm getting married next. They more so afraid to be married now. They're more afraid to be in a committed relationship. They're more afraid to procreate with you. Because they don't know. They just honestly don't know. They don't know where the modern day woman mind will be at if they just playing this whole entire game just to be a master manipulator and to get whatever they trying to get the bag and keep it moving. So it put men into the certain space now where it's a high risk now to be married. That's where it put them at. And yes, Miss Lakita, a lot of modern day women, they do have unrealistic expectations. I spoke on that as well. They do. They do have unrealistic expectations. I agree with that. I agree. So the question now to the modern day women is this: knowing that the men now know your playbook and they see your playbook very well, what are you going to do about it? Are you still going to play this game where at the end of the day you're super strong and independent and you're just trying to chase the bag, you're trying to get whatever you could get out of the man and just be done with it? Or are you going to continue to play this game with them? Or are you going to try to change the play up a little bit, change the playbook up a little bit? Or could it be possible that you could learn from the errors of your ways, remove all this chasing the bag and all this stuff, and do what's right. Check this out. Women complained a lot, especially in the not say in the 80s and 90s. Women complained a lot about men going out being, cheaters and everything like that. And you want to know why women say that? The reason why women say that is because they felt like men had options. Thus, this created a certain insecurity with women. Or the 80s and 90s, and this what created a certain level of insecurity with them. This is why men that go out and they try to find the best dime piece that they could possibly have, go out and have sex with them and do all these different things and stuff, right? While being in a committed relationship. Because women felt like men had options. So it put them into that space of insecurity. It put them into a certain space like, am I even good enough for any type of man? For this man to do this to me? Especially when he said he wants to be committed to me and he doing this to me? How dare he do that to me? I'm doing everything possible to be the best woman I possibly can be. And he did this to me? He going out and talking to another woman? Then what's even cold about it is that in most cases, the other woman would be your homegirl. It'll either be your homegirl, your best friend, or one of your family members. That's what make it be bad. Or it could be even one of your coworkers that you just don't like. And he did this to me? And to put you in a certain space where do I need to change up? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Because y'all felt that man had options. Now let's fast forward all the way into the modern day right now. Different now these generations of women who dealt with this, they went through that whole process and stuff, right? They done dealt with this, they done dealt with this, they done dealt with this, and now they done got older, they have children. Now their children are mimicking the behavior of their mothers because they done been through this, and so now they're teaching their daughters that, hey, don't get caught up like me. I don't want you to be into that space where I felt like I wasn't important, where I wasn't secured enough within me. I don't want you to be that way. I want you to be extra strong for mama. Don't let these dudes do that to you. Don't let these dudes do this to you at all. Matter of fact, her baby, listen to Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. That'll get your mind right. And so now these modern day little girls that became women now, and now these women have this same mentality now. Where now they got options just like how the men were back in the 80s and 90s. Now they got options. Now they're empowered. Now they know the law. Now they're going out and not only being independent, chasing their own personal bag, but they want to get additional bag of assets from, man. That's the reason why we have people like Kevin Samuels who are out right now. Because this dude discovered that these modern day women is doing this thing. And so he started talking about it. Due to his experience of dealing with a modern day woman. So yes, there are things that Kevin Samuels say that I actually do agree with him because he has a valid point about it. Because that's the reality of it. I don't agree with him how the way he talked to the women on the show. Don't get me wrong about that, but he do have a valid point. Because that's what's happening now. Because these women have action. That's the reason why these women, instead of them going after average men, That's the reason why these type of women goes for the one higher man with the one higher status, who got the bag. For that very reason, because they know they got options. They know that if my degree plan on me having a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD, if that don't fall into place, I got options with a man. All I got to do, it is two things that I got to do. All I got to do, two things. It's to marry that man and let him knock me up. And I'm secure for life. And so now they're in this space now. Now the average man is in this space now, like, man, should I really do this now? So I told y'all earlier there was a method to the madness behind why I'm having this topic, right? The method to the madness is this, is at the end of the day, both men and women is in this cycle. A cycle that is created and it's keep going. And now it's getting to the point where it's starting to spin out of control, where it's going to get to the point now where everybody's going to be so afraid to procreate where they're not going to even try to procreate no more. They're going to have other options. Yes, women do have other options to procreate besides laying themselves down and allowing a man to penetrate them. It does go to the hospital and do that. It's just be artificially assimilated and bam. So it's getting to that point. So y'all listen to this and y'all just saying like, man, Urban, you sitting up here getting on us, you getting on the women, you getting on these modern day women. I'm a modern day woman, but I know that I don't fit into this category. But for some reason, I just feel like you just talking about me because because you use the title modern day woman, and I just don't know. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but just like I say, if the shoe fit, don't wear it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you're not that person, if you're not the woman that I'm talking about, the women that I'm talking about. Likewise with the men. If you're not the men that I'm talking about, it doesn't apply to you. I'm not talking about you. But I want to let y'all know that this exists right now. This is what we're dealing with right now. And check this out too, y'all. Just like I expressed this before, I have children, I have young men that me and my wife is doing our very best to raise to be, great men for the culture and the society. And we got wonderful girls that we're raising up to be women. So they could be a great influence to the society for the culture. Now imagine we doing our very best to raise them, to treat people with respect, to do all these different things and stuff, right? We raising our children our very best, where they can be the person where my daughters could be that woman that man is looking for in a relationship. I'm raising my sons to be that man that ladies are looking for in a relationship. But however, they get out into their world and dealing with a modern day woman who got that mentality. They just want to chase the bag because their parents teach them that. Their parents allow them to mimic the behavior of them because they was insecure. They was hurt. Same thing with the men. They teaching their sons that it's okay to go out and chase the women. It's okay, to do all these different things to the women because, hey, they're modern day women anyway. You might as well take advantage of them because they're going to take advantage of you. But yeah, I'm raising my children to be that way, and they end up dealing with something like that. How do you think that would make me feel as a father for one of my sons to come up to me and say, Dad, man, everything that you done told me, Dad, now I'm dealing with this old crazy woman, and I don't know what to do with this broad. Imagine one of my daughters were to come up to me and say, Dad, Father, and they crying, Father, I did everything possible that you and mom taught us to do to be the best woman and stuff like that. But this dude, he does something else and crying. How do you think that will make me feel as a parent dealing with that? How do you think that'll make me feel? How do you think that'll make my wife feel? Hearing that and dealing with that. I mean, be real with me. This could be one of y'all children. Because some of y'all have children and stuff right now. Some of y'all have children who's out there listening to Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, and they're mimicking their behavior because the parents is mimicking behavior because you see it as acceptable. You're in power with the modern day woman movement, going out there chasing your bag, getting your degree just so you can want to take advantage of a man, and you're empowering them. How do you think I would feel about that for you doing that? You teaching your children to do that so they can do that to my children. How do you think I would feel? What space do you think I would be in by you teaching your own children to do that to my children? I could flip the script. What if me and my wife had that same mentality? Like, hey, y'all just go out there and take advantage of them. Listen to Meg Thee Stallion. Listen to Cardi B. Listen to them and be empowered by them. And I'm teaching my children that, to do that to your children who are growing up to be men and women. How will you feel about that? How will you feel about that? Will you be like, oh, well, that is life? When you know good and well that while you have the chance to be a parent, while they're young, you have a responsibility to be a leader to your children, to teach them better, to teach them right. But you decided not to, out of your ignorance and your hurt. And oh yes, I'm not talking just about the modern day women. Now I'm talking about the modern day women and men. Who I'm talking about. So yes, in this part, we're talking about solutions and we're talking about accountability now. So yes, if your children end up that way, don't be sitting up here talking about, well, I couldn't control it because the music was there and, they had their own mind. And sure, I can't be there for them all the time, but you could be an example to them every single day. But you chose not to, out of your fear, out of you being hurt, out of your insecurities, out of you taking the time out to vet yourself, to heal whatever didn't happen to you in the past by whatever dude or woman. Instead of you taking the time out to heal yourself and raise your children to the best of your ability, you're like, well, hey, don't be like them. Forget them. Chase that bag. Get that paper. Smoke that weed. I do it all the time. And you raising your children to be that way. And now they're coming to the space of my children. Thinking that they going to be qualified. They're going to be qualified to be a great suitor to my children. But I got news for y'all. If they're not qualified, then it ain't gonna happen. Wanna know why? And ain't just because I sit up here and pressure my children or anything like this. Because as we're raising our children, we're gonna be raising our children to also have a certain discernment about things, a discernment about people. If they feel that it's something ain't right and they know they're feeling right, they're not going to associate themselves with you. Period. And to be honest, this is the same exact way you should be teaching your children as well. So yes, it's a problem. There's a problem with the modern day women. There's a problem with, to be honest with you, there's a problem with modern day men as well, as I stated earlier. But there is a solution to the problem. It is. It's always a solution to the problem. But the thing is that you have to choose whether if you want to do the solution or not. Well, if you want to utilize the solution or not, or continue to play the victim role, continue to be the victim, continue to be hurt, continue to not want to be healed. It's up to you. So yeah, absolutely, it's your responsibility. Everything, to be honest with y'all, everything that's happening right now, like even with the modern day women and men, you want to know whose fault that is? That is your fault as a parent. Yeah, I said it. Urban said it. That is your fault as a parent. You failed them. Society didn't do nothing. It wasn't the culture. It wasn't because they decided to hang out with certain people. It was you as a parent who failed them. Because they didn't see you as the living light, as a living example, where they wanted to mimic the behavior of their parent. Because that's what children does. Children mimics the behavior of their parents, period. And that's a psychological fact. That's the only way children learn. Children learn from, they learning starts within their household. That's where they learn to start. When they start learning how to communicate, where do you think they learn that from? Not from preschool or daycare. They first learn that from you as the parent. They start mimicking your words, your saying, your certain syllables. They start mimicking that. Then as they minds and brains start to develop, the more advanced they get in mimicking your behavior. So more and more and more, they mimicking your behavior more and more and more until they grow up and develop into a full, mature adult. Which normally a full, mature adult is roughly around about the age of 17, 18. They mimic your behavior. So whatever it is that you do, they're looking at that and they are mimicking that. So yes, you are held accountable for the actions of your children. Thus, this is the reason why you see these modern day women the way that they are. Thus, this is the reason why you see even the modern day men the way that they are. Is because your choice as a parent that you decided to do or didn't want to do. So on Urban, what's the solution to all this, son? You getting on us now, you making us feel bad. At first, it was all cool, laughs. We had a couple of laughs. We was talking about the women. I'm glad you was doing that, bro. You great. I'm glad that you expressed that to us, bro, where, now I'm not going to get into the doghouse or anything like that. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that. No problem. I got you. Told y'all, I got y'all. Now you're starting to get on us now, bro. Oh, you're starting to get on us now. Yeah. But the solution is this, is that the only way this thing could change around if you take accountability for your personal actions and you change. You start vetting yourself. You start looking at yourself in the mirror. Stop. And this for women, first of all. One of the number one thing that women do, especially the modern day women that they also do too, is they love playing the victim role. They love doing that, especially if they been in a relationship, like if they been married and they been divorced, they love playing the victim role. As though it's that everything that happened to them, it was solely that dude fault and you didn't have nothing to do with that. That dude is all of a sudden is flipped out. Especially do that. But now, you also had a role to play in that as well. And so it's for you, for your evolution of you being a human and dealing with wherever situation you dealt with that man for however long years you was in that. It's for you for you to evolve mentally, spiritually, to help yourself, to vet yourself, to get all this stuff out that you done dealt with, to get it all out and literally become a new person. The reason why I'm telling y'all this is because this is what I had to do. Yes, Urban, I had to do that. I was in a relationship for 11 years, married for 11 years, became divorced. And that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. But it happened. But however, it took for me to get over all that stuff, get over trying to be the victim or whatever. It took me all that to get over that and start dealing with me and me alone. When I started dealing with me and me alone, really working on me and me alone, not just the negative stuff I was doing, but also the positive, everything, and let all that go and literally rebuild myself all over again and become a new person. That's when I started evolving. That's when the next process happens where I end up forgiving her and let it go and moved on. And so I'm telling y'all this because it's possible. Because I done did it. It wasn't no over the night type thing neither. It took me years to master this because I had so much in me that I needed to get rid of. I had so much in me that I needed to unpack within myself. Some of y'all have so much stuff in you that you need to unpack. It is not going to be a 1 week situation. It may take years for you to unpack certain stuff that you've been dealt with. Even some stuff that you literally brought into the relationship to cause it to fail. It takes years for that. And it takes someone skillfully to help you unpack that. Not just your pastor or your overseer, no. Because spiritual leaders, which I'm not knocking them, but I'm going to be real with y'all about this. Spiritual leaders, overseers, pastors, stuff like that, they only take a course in psychology just so they can earn their doctorate for pastorship. They just take one course in psychology. That's it. That's all they know. Everything else is straight divinity, straight biblical. They don't deal with human behavior like that. So yes, they could advise you based on their spiritual belief about how you should deal with a situation. In most cases, to be honest with you, I don't even agree with it because most of them make their spiritual belief tie into that, and it become way worse than the situation. Because at that point, you end up becoming dogmatic with that person, becoming so religious that you start controlling the person. Want to know how I know? Because I did it. Because most of y'all know that I used to be a social pastor. So guess what I did when I was a social pastor and I was married? Your boy Herbert was controlling like hell because I was seeking advice from that overseer leader, thinking that was the way to go, not understanding that them dudes don't know nothing about the human mind. Period. They don't know nothing about psychology. Period. Outside for one little course that they took. One little quick rush course that they took. That's it. They don't know nothing else about the human mind. But there's other people that are like that as well. Go and take advice for them. They'll literally go and take advice from them. And since they trust them, they're like, man, this word is set in stone. I'm going to do it this way. Then go and try to apply to your relationship. Then your relationship be in worse hell than what it was before you even seen that dude or woman. So it's better for you to get someone who's skilled at dealing with the human mind, who's dealing with human behavior. So yes, I'm encouraging therapy. It is nothing wrong with therapy. because there's so much stuff that you got in your mind that you need to unpack. There's stuff in your mind you don't even know why you do the stuff that you do or think the way that you think. You don't even know why you do it unless someone help you in unpacking and you see that it's there. Have y'all ever let me give y'all an example. Have y'all ever did spring cleaning before? Have y'all do the annual spring cleaning? Then you start packing stuff up and you start unpacking stuff. Then all of a sudden you discover something that you had you didn't even know that you had it, but it was there. You're like, what the world? When did I get this? Huh? Then you don't even use it. You look at it like, huh? Then either pack it up or put it in a garage, or make it become a garage sale. That's the same thing that you're dealing with in your mind, in your human mind. There's some things that are deeply rooted in your human mind that you don't even know how it got there, but it's there. But if you don't allow someone who's skillful into unpacking that, it's going to always stay there, collecting dust and mess. It's always going to be there. So yes, I encourage therapy for real. Yes, you should. I don't believe in no 10-year therapy neither. It shouldn't take you 10 years to be in therapy, by the way. I'm just being real about it. It shouldn't take that long. Because the only role that a therapist play is to help guide you. It's to, just like I say, help unpack certain issues that you need to deal with. Then once when that issue is unpacked, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. Just like I use that analogy about either you're gonna want to put it up again or you want to get rid of it. The therapist can't make you get rid of it. You have to choose what you want to do with it. You have to choose what you want to do with it, not the therapist. So it shouldn't take no 20 years for you to be in therapy for that. They only do as much as they can do. That's it. They help you discover the things that are unseen. And that's it. It's funny because when I was associate pastor, I used to get on people about this too, is that especially my pastor too. This is probably why I got kicked out of the church. But I used to get so upset because I firmly believe that the church, the actual church building, is only there the same way how a hospital is. The hospital is only there to treat you and get you well and get you out the door, not for you to permanently stay there. So therefore, I believe that church, that building, is the same exact way. That it's only there to get you there, to heal you spiritually and get you out the door, and that's it. So I don't believe in people should go to church every single Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. What more do you need to be healed from? What more do you need to know than what already been taught? It shouldn't take that long. Get what you need, get out the door. You don't even have to go back there no more. Once when you get it, you got it. It's in you. That's like you learning a certain skill. Once when you learn how to be a carpenter or a data analyst or whatever it is that you learn how to do you need to go back to school and learn it again when you already got it? Do you? No. Once you got it, you got it. You've been trained and you skilled in it. Go out and use it. Same thing with the church and stuff. I just don't believe in it. Period. Once when you have it, you got it. Leave. You don't have to be there no more. God is not going to punish you because you don't go into a church building no more. That is honestly, that's my perspective. That's what I believe. God is not going to punish you because you ain't in no church building no more, because you should got it. And to be honest with you, spirituality is not that complicated. If you were to balance out spirituality or the metaphysical versus the mind, I say the mind is way more complicated than spirituality. I say that. But spirituality or metaphysical stuff, no, it's not that complicated. Learn the principles there that you get wherever that person who's teaching and training you to do whatever you learn in certain principles, you apply it to your life and you leave. And you don't have to show up there. You don't pull up there. Some of y'all are like, well, I like going there because of the praise and worship. Man, it doesn't get a CD. Shoot. Y'all be in that building. Unless you just want to be around people. But that is how I feel about that. That is my perspective about that. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yes, at the end of the day, we are accountable for our actions. So here's before I leave right now, here's my challenge I'm issuing to y'all today. Everyone who's viewing right now. My challenge is this, and I challenge y'all to take away what I'm saying, to take what I'm saying, go back and review it, challenge it, and apply it. That's why I'm challenging y'all today. I'm challenging y'all to be the better version of yourself, period. Because it's possible. All things is possible. Especially if you believe in the creator or not. It's still possible. So I'm challenging y'all to go out and do better and be better. Don't be this modern day woman who's out here trying to get the bag and trap these dudes and stuff. Because I guarantee I guarantee that you're going to reap what you sow. See, y'all may be like laughing at Brittany Renner and all these other women who doing this old dumb stuff. Might be laughing at them and thinking that's the best thing in the world to do. But I guarantee that she's going to reap what she's going to sow. Because it's just how it is in the universe. That is basic universal law principle. It's always going to come back. Whether it's good or bad, it's always going to come back. And it's just that simple. So I'm challenging y'all today is to be the better version of yourself. You don't have to be like the world. Just because the world seems chaotic, just because the world seems chaotic and stuff, just because we're going through all these different things in the world, we're dealing with different things in the world, that doesn't mean you have to conform to the world standards. You could be better. You could be greater. You could be the living example. Heck, that's the reason why I do what I do. I strive to be the living example, to be the living light. I strive to be that way every single day. Because that's what I choose to do. Not because I'm better than people, that I feel like I'm better than anyone. I don't feel like I'm better than no one. I don't. Those of you who know me, y'all know that at the end of the day, I'm a humble person. I'm very respectable. One thing that y'all probably don't know about me is that I do have a one disrespect policy too. Yeah, as humble as I am, I do have a one disrespect policy. You do it one time and that's it. It's over. So I strive to be the best person I am. So it'll be crazy for me to sit up here and telling you all this stuff and I'm not doing it myself. I'm not practicing this myself. So yes, I am. I am practicing this. I'm being the living example every single day to the best of my ability. So I'm challenging y'all also to be that living example every single day, to practice it every single day, to do better and be better, not only for yourself, but for your legacy as well, your children as well. Some of you probably say, I don't got children right now. Cool. You could be better for other children. You'll be better for your nieces and nephews. You could be better for your neighbors' children, wherever the case may be. Be better for yourself. and watch how your perception about how the way you see the world changes. Where you start seeing that the world isn't as chaotic as you think it is. That is actually poetic. That is actually beautiful. Even within the chaos, because the chaos and the goodness is all one and the same when you think about it, because it's meant to be. Because if it wasn't meant to be, it would never happen. But it's meant to be. It's all packaged together. And you start seeing it as beautiful as the creator see it as. So I appreciate y'all tuning in today. I appreciate y'all. Y'all follow me on everyone who's on TikTok right now. That's why I say this month right now, because everybody viewing me on TikTok too. I appreciate everyone who's viewing me on TikTok. Continue to follow me on TikTok. Everyone on TikTok, and I'll do my best to continue to get y'all some TikTok content as well, because I know y'all be looking for the entertainment content as well. So I do my best to push that out there to y'all, so y'all get this while I'm doing, my lives and stuff too. Everyone on TikTok as well. If you want to follow the community, because I have also my my Facebook page, and also have my YouTube page and on Twitter page too. So you can also follow me on any one of them platforms as well. My TikTok viewers, all right? I'm there. And those for you who are right here, right now, who are following me on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, I appreciate y'all tuning in as well. Y'all see the little banner there. Y'all know where to find me at. So I appreciate y'all tuning in as well. So y'all have a great Friday and have a great weekend. Make your weekend be productive. Get as much rest as possible on the weekend. If it's possible for you, go ahead and do that. Get your rest. If not, be safe out there. Be as productive as possible, all right? And y'all continue to fight fate with faith. And I'll see y'all again next time. As soon as I click the button. As soon as the button works. Boy, I tell you, with technology. Bye, y'all.